everybody, and welcome to another episode of Modded Minecraft with me, the dwarf, on the Dwarf 1.10 pack. And what's happened? What are we doing today? Well, yeah, something interesting has occurred. Two recordings I've done, I kind of maybe bodged up the audio, so there are a lot of things that I've done that were done on other recordings that, as I say, are now are beggared. So I thought, instead of trying to delete everything that I'd done, which would have taken forever, I thought I would explain bit by bit what I have done. 2 episodes worth. This is going to be fun. I believe the last episode we left off, we had just made the woven bow, and we'd started getting into infusion crafting. What I've done since then, as you've probably already seen, I've got the entire wyvern set of armor, which is actually surprisingly not that bad to get hold of. Actually, if we look in the list, as you can see, it's just the wyvern core, the wyvern energy core, each diamond respective part, so you know, helm, chest and such, and a load of draconium ingots, pretty much for all of it, and each has its own unique sort of ability, but gives shielding. As you can see in the bottom left, I have 256 shields, 60 million RF, and energy 0%, which is the recharge, I believe. You are going to need to find a key binding for that. I have mine on I, but you can change it if we go into options. Options, that's a bit weird saying it. Options, you can see here if you scroll down. Just going to drag it down, easier. Here we go, Draconic Evolution. Tool and armor, config GUI or GUI, how you want to pronounce that. I'm not sure about what the other two do. And that will bring this up where you can click on the HUD to lots of information, move stuff about. Take your time on that one and enjoy yourself. You can also click on the bow. I kind of massively upgraded it. The damage, speed and draw speed are now all at wyvern, and the RF capacity is at basic. Basically using the same key. Actually, I don't know if we got to. Do we get to keys? Alright, so linear. The key in question, I've got a few of them now. Where are you beggars? Oh, right there. Here you can see the upgrade keys are here. And I took basic ones. I believe we did the first basic one for damage. I have done the wyvern one, which is Nether Stars, Draconic Cores, Emeralds, and a wyvern core with the exact same key for a bit of RF in here. And then in the UI when I go in, I have upgraded its damage to 6, its arrow velocity to 300%. It also draws a lot quicker. I shall demonstrate the bow shortly. I've also done, if we look in here again, there's another upgrade here called the upgrade key of movement speed I made, which I gave on these guys, which, what tier did I take this to? Okay, basic. So at the basic speed here, so I can also, you can interact with all your arms as well to change. Not all of them have that much. And in the speed modifier, I've taken it to 100%. That's what's giving me my speed, which is rather handy. What I also made is this here, the wyvern flux capacitor, which is basically the new battery we're now using, which can hold a lot of RF. And I've set it to different modes. In this case, it's charge armor and held items. 64 million RF, as you can see there. It also has upgrade capacity, so I can get it to hold more. The armor doesn't look too bad. As you can see there, it's okay, not the best. And that's pretty much what we did on the original episode 40, which we're now on, which didn't go as well. I shall go now and demonstrate the bow by burning in fire, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Still haven't repaired this, I'll get round to it. I can't shoot him. And it'll be night time soon. Okay, so we'll test this in a minute then. Okay, so if I pop out, I'm not entirely sure what to do this episode. That was basically what we did on the original episode 40 before I bodged it up, was basically make some awesome armor in this bow, which is really good. So, but what we were doing is we were taking a little break from there, because if we go down to the power room, I've updated that as well. As you can see, I brought this back a little. I've opened up evenly. Oh, they're working again, that's nice. And they're both dead now, but they were working earlier. I've upgraded the deep resonance room. I've tripled the size. It took a while. I popped it back here. It was running off 2 crystals. I'll need to replace these crystals now, but that's fine. As I've been getting more... Every time you basically use a crystal and it becomes a spec one like that, you get more catalyst. And the more catalyst you get, the more crystals you can make. Therefore, advancing in this mod. And I've made some more generators. It's really nice. I haven't got dense obsidian everywhere, but we are getting there. The power room is slowly getting there. I think we're going to rely on this quite a lot before we start moving on. Before we start going over here and over here. This should be almost full, I think. Look at that. We're on 85%. That is doing amazing. That is we're almost full on that one. But we will eventually need better power gen. I'm not sure if I'm going to put more generators over there. I can't believe I bodged the audio what was. I mean, I've just... Basically, the recording software I used had an update. And when it updates, it cleans all your settings for some reason. Or I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. I forgot to reset the audio back to the settings it should have been at. So when I went to go and edit... Yeah, there was no audio. So I could have just done the episodes with just me talking in the background, but that would have probably gone horrendously. So I will try to explain this as we go. Okay, so what I've done in here is I've upgraded these to the Wyvern tier of the wireless connectors. They can hold 32 links now. I don't know if I need 2 in here. How I made them was... I've got to stop pressing that button. How I made them was... Is that the wireless? Okay, like this. So we know how to make particle generators and all this stuff. I needed a Wyvern energy relay, which was simply like this. So quite simple to make, nothing too complicated. Now what I did on what was meant to be episode 41, but is now going to be introduced into episode 40 as explaining, is we are actually and have started into thermal expansion. As you can see here, we have an induction smelter because we've got an awesome builder, which is going to be our new quarry, which we can't use yet because these 6 just they're not man enough. They can't handle it. So I basically decided we're going to go into thermal expansion, as that would be the next best case. And I'm probably going to remove all of them. And what I've done is I've got another alloy smelter and I've got an induction smelter. And if we look at the back here into the crafters, I basically taught it how to make bronze and invar, as that is somewhat going to be needed. And the induction smelter has been taught how to make hardened glass. So if we look into the recipes, probably down at the bottom here would be probably more practical, maybe. Which one did we get to? Okay, here we go. So I taught it how to make pulverized iron. Be careful which dust you use. It sometimes defaults to an industrial craft pulverized or dust. In this case, I've used pulverized iron, which is from thermal expansion, and nickel grit from immersive engineering. And that worked here fine. Copper dust and tin, I used industrial craft, same with the gear. And these upgrades, which I'll now briefly talk about for a moment. In thermal expansion, it's changed a little from as it was before. Now you basically build the machine and you basically use these upgrade kits to upgrade it to their respective tiers, like the last time where you just had to basically make the tier. This time you have to use an upgrade on the machine to upgrade it. You can also use these conversion kits, which takes it straight to, well, in this case, resonant or signalium or reinforced, straight to where you want. We're aiming for this one, this conversion kit, because obviously resonant is the best, and that's what we would like the most. So I've been trying to autocraft some of these. As you can see, it requires each of the respective upgrade kits, which, in fairness, makes sense. So that's why we made Invar to make this, and we taught it how to make bronze gear, the thermal foundation one, I think is the one we went for, or the... I'm not quite sure which one we went for. And so that was nice and easy. Invar actually took us a while to do, because I was actually boobing up all over the place, but we got it to work. We've also taught it how to make a reinforced upgrade kit. Both of these work, which requires electrum, which I didn't realise we'd already had auto-crafted, which was really handy. Silver gears are quite easy. And the hardened glass, okay, it says fused there. You can use fused quartz as well. But the hardened glass we saw before is what I decided to go with. Can I find it in the list here, perhaps, to show you? Hardened, is there just the basic one? I would really like to just show you guys how I made that. Okay, so let's see if I just type hard. Giggity. Yeah, okay, actually just come under this. Is there just... Can we not just go... Okay, so... Let's go with silver. Hardened tin, iridium, platinum, nickel, aluminium. Hardened glass, the basic stuff. Here we go. So 1 lead and 4 of the pulverized obsidian in the induction smelter you saw made hardened glass. What I've also done in all those recipes is I have taught the system how to make an induction smelter, yeah, as we can see here. I taught how to make it, and it does work wonderfully. I got it to work. I'm just ashamed that my audio decided to stop working. And I've managed to somehow fit 2 old episodes into a new one, obviously, because we haven't had to go through all the crafting processes. So, also what I've done is I've completely disconnected these, because obviously these are processing dust. So when I needed to make dust, to make the blends for the invar and all that other stuff, instead it was going into here. So if you have a similar setup that I had, where all the dust automatically being kicked in, disconnect them, because it's not going to work. I have thought of an idea of how to fix this. We may go into it this episode. But that's pretty much, I think I've now caught you all up on basically what has occurred. And I apologise for the mess up and how all of a sudden we've got all this new stuff all of a sudden, because I completely messed up my audio so horrendously. So I do apologise. But I think that is us completely caught up. So I suppose the only thing to do now is to continue down the line that I started, which would be continuing to craft, no, not in there, the more complicated stuff. So as you can see here, we can make the hardened and we can make the reinforced now. We can make a few other things that I've taught about. Yeah, I did go with the thermal foundation when I thought I did. You have to be very careful on what materials you go with. Really check out which ones you're using, whether it's pulverized or industrial craft or from immersive engineering. That's the problem with having a load of multiple mods. You have to try and decipher and mix between them all, and it'll work out in the end, he said. So now, Signalium. I didn't expect to go into this today, but then again, I didn't balls up. So, this is going to be difficult. Now, the electrum gear, that should actually be quite easy. We should be able to just do that. I think that's the one we're using. Okay, let's make some more patterns. Okay, we actually have a load. I forgot I actually had some going. Okay, so let's go put this in. This is going to be more tricky, Signalum. The rest is not too bad, actually. Invar and Electrum aren't actually too complicated. You should be okay with them. So it's not as if I'm missing out anything. If I bodged up this episode, that would be bad, because this stuff's going to be a little bit more complicated to get around, because we're going to need cryophium dust. Let's leave that one for now. Let's see if we can make some Signalum. So Signalum requires Signalum blend, I believe. I don't really want that. Okay, so that requires copper dust and pulverized silver, so we could use it pretty much anyway, right? So we're going to need destabilized redstone. Now, that means we need to make a magma crucible and a fluid transposer, and I don't know if we can do that. Where is the magma crucible? Nope, fluid transposer. Where are you? Magma crucible, there we go. I don't think you know how to make any of these, so okay. I should probably teach you how to do that, really, but I'm not going to. I am just not going to. Okay, so let's just make the bits we need, and let's just... Okay, why get in there? So let's make a magma crucible. Did not expect to get into this today. This is crazy. I might have some of them already in stock, but like, meh. Wait, what? Invar gear. You know how to make an Invar gear? Yes, you do. Yeah, make me 10 of them, please. Okay, so now all we've got to do is wait for the Invar gears, and we're good. As you can see, it's just crafting it. It shouldn't have a problem. And hopefully we can make some Signalum. If we can make Signalum this episode, and even cryophium, if we can actually get the Signalum upgrade kit going, I will be happy as anything. Why? What's wrong? Oh, right, it's actually taking quite a while. Are you actually having to go through there? Is that the... No? Let's keep an eye on this for a minute. It was being a little funny. I'm having to keep an eye on this. I would have tested most of this off camera. But, well, yeah. Again, somebody bodged their audio up because somebody's a boob. Yes, that somebody is me. I'm talking about myself in the third person. Is that creepy? Maybe. Okay, there we go. There's the Invar gears. Okay, so magma crucible. We'll also, do we need a fluid transposer? Yeah, we're going to need a fluid transposer actually. We're going to need a way of getting, once it's liquefied, we're going to need a way to get it out. Okay, can we just make, instead of me making it, because I'm too lazy, can I just ask that? Yeah, there we go. Awesome! Fluid transposers and magma crucibles work beautifully together. Okay. Do I want that on the crafting line? That line is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to start putting stuff on top of this, right? Do I put them in here? Actually, how on earth are we going to actually get this to work? I know, I was going to probably test this off camera, but now I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get this to work. I just say put bucket and X redstone in there and you'll get X out. I did not think of this. Maybe we should do this one down here, out of the way. Instead of having it up there, have it up down here. Could that do with an upgrade? How are you doing? 12 out of 16. You're okay. We've got no one over here that's got 12 out of 16. So that's not too bad. So we can have this down here somewhere. I want to leave this line for more of these. I want these guys out the way. Can we just do them? I still haven't cleaned up this room. I'm terrible, I know. Can I put them around the back here? They would be out the way, actually. Okay, let's put them here. Okay, so shift left click on the middle. That gets rid of all the inputs and outputs. So then you could designate where you want stuff to go. So basically this one melts stuff into liquid form. This stuff takes the liquid form and puts it, fusing it with something, putting it into a bucket, something along those lines. So now if I were to link these two up, they're really going to be slow, and I'm really not I have not figured this out fully. I usually tend to plan my episodes ahead a little bit, have a rough idea of what I'm going to do. This delightful boob up of mine has stuffed me up because I'm not entirely sure how to go about this. I did not think this far ahead. Okay, so we're going to want importers and exporters. So if we dig the line out here like that, so now we've got ways in and out. I'm not sure how to go about this because I need a bucket to go in here. I need redstone to go in here, and then I need redstone bucket to be kicked out of here. So, accepting items, no, kicking items out the no. They got to be kicked out that side, and then you got to accept from the back. You're accepting from that's the bottom. That should be the back. Okay, and that should then, so then once the redstone goes in, it gets kicked over to this side. So this side needs to accept from there. Why is that there? Okay, maybe that's just the way that's supposed to be. Okay, and then you also accept from the back. I'm really having to think about this because items need to go in and items need to come out. And it depends where I put the crafter. If I put the crafter there, it'll start kicking stuff in here. So I'm going to have to really think about how this actually is going to work. How am I? Give me a sec to think about this, guys. Okay, guys. So scrap that idea, and I'm making this even easier. He said, I'm basically making a fluid storage for redstone because, you know, it is just, where's that basic processor? It's a complete, absolute arseache, and this just makes it easier. I mean, the way I was doing it, I don't know why it didn't work. Really. I mean, it should have worked. But no, it just refused, and I'm getting annoyed. I mean, I'm only allowed to say it because I lost 2 episodes worth of content, which, it's annoying to lose that much content, honestly. It really is. When you work that hard in it, you know? Or hard on it, rather. Okay, importer, start. No, we're cabling. Gonna wait for this importer. So basically we're going to pipe redstone into the system, we're going to suck it out, we're going to make signalium, and then we're going to call that an episode and try and recover from the loss of the gigantic boob up. I'm only making the smallest size one because I don't really want it any bigger, and immediately I'm going to make sure that's for that. And what I've done down here is I'm basically going to link it up here because it's just easier. So attach you to there. You are fluids, don't need to do anything with that because it's already set to accept only destabilized redstone. There we go. I'll fill that hole in later after I probably fall down it several times. Okay, so all I need to do now is attach an exporter here and set that to only put in redstone, which I actually put away because I'm an idiot. So you'll do redstone. Keep it at a slow speed? Yeah, keep it at a steady pace. And then if I attach that there, that should then, there we go. That is now just gonna, let's give it a hand. That should, said. So that's filling up really nice. It's gonna take it, I was gonna let that crack on. I'm gonna let that fill up. So how are we doing? How's that working? Is that actually working? There we go, we have some redstone. Oh, thank God for that. So now, if I look in here, there we go. We have 1 bucket's worth of destabilized redstone, and biodiesel's still struggling. Okay, good. Oh my word, seriously, what a pain in the ass. Okay, so let's put all these buckets in. So now the system should just accept it from there, and we're going to let that run pretty much permanently. That's recipe's not needed anymore. Right, so now, if I told you I'd fall down it. I knew it. Right, so if I put this in there, can you make us some signalium blend? Is that something we can now do? Just one? It's missing something. It's missing silver dust. Okay, okay, this is fine. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Silver dust, industrial crop. So if we say one of these, right, this is fine. Everything is fine, people. Everything is fine. Nothing is going wrong. We're making signalium. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so if I say that, and we'll go put this in... Is there room here? Yes, there is room. We're going to need another sag mill around here. I'll probably keep for the automated stuff over there. I might just reuse those sag mills. You know, better to have than not to. No, not waste what we have. Okay, so now... Okay, it says that it's available. Is that because there's a bucket in there? Destabilized redstone. I do not know how to spell this, seriously. I'm just going to type redstone. Okay, so there's already a bucket in there. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, we'll empty it in there. Because I want it to take it from there. So if I click on there... Ah, there we go, see? That's what I want to see. So if I say yes, please... Just give it a minute. Ah ha ha! Ha ha ha! Aha! Excellent. No one doing it in that voice, but like, I don't care. Okay, so now if we say... One signalium blend in a furnace make signalium ingots. People, we have just done, I think, signalium. Okay, so that's a furnace recipe, and now we put a new alloy furnace here, as you can see, a new furnace one from the episodes I modded up. So now, if I was to ask for a signalium ingot, can we do that? Is this something you can do? Now we wait patiently and just wait. There you go, guys, we've done it. Okay, so I didn't think of this way before. But there we go. We have made signalium. So we've got holes everywhere. This was actually no, this is actually quite a good way of doing this. I quite like this. Which means we could have some more. So if we're going to need glowstone as well. We could have like put another one down here for glowstone and put another one down here for ender eyes and that. That's actually quite a good way of doing it. And I think I'll keep them all. Only a 64k storage is probably going to be more than enough. I can't see us. I mean, that big one for the lava. The lava's an upgraded one. How much is that holding? 255 buckets worth. Okay, yeah, so this is going to hold 64 buckets. But that should be more than enough. We should not need more any more than 64 buckets of destabilized redstone, glowstone, and that ender stuff. So, guys, there you have it. I do apologise for definitely my audio and missing out on a lot of content, but I hope I've explained everything. We are now very much into thermal expansion. We've got the foundations almost completely set. Hopefully once we get these conversion kits, these, if I just quickly show again here, these conversion kits, ideally, again, this is the goal. If we can get to here, then we can basically play around with all the machines and we can set up a wall of pulverizers and furnaces, and we can get that big quarry up. Well, it's not that big. We can get that ultimate quarry builder thing up again, and we can get an awesome production line going. But for now, I'm going to call that an episode. Not the best episode. I will try and fix it in the episodes coming. There is episode 40, the most weirdest episode possible. I'm sure there's weirder. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it educational. I hope you found it something for you personally. If you've liked this, please hit that like button. That would be amazing. Subscribing would be even more amazing. You guys do as you like. But for now, it's the episode. I'll see you the next time. So thank you for watching and take care.